Have you noticed that your weekly grocery bill keeps creeping up? You're not alone. The cost of living crisis in the UK is a hot topic right now. Picture this. You're at your favorite supermarket, basket in hand, and as you wander down the aisles, you realize that your go-to items are a little pricier, or maybe a lot pricier. This isn't just your imagination running wild. It's a reality many of us are grappling with. In fact, some popular food brands have raised their prices by more than their costs over the past 2 years. That's right. It's not just about inflation or supply chain issues. It's a conscious decision by some companies to increase their profit margins. And who bears the brunt of this? We do, the consumers, the ones trying to make ends meet and feed our families. While we can't control the prices, we can control how we manage our money. Let's explore some practical tips on how to save on food and other necessities. Now, onto the practical stuff. How can we make the most of our budgets in these challenging times? First off, let's start with the food on our tables. Before heading out to the supermarket, take a good look around your kitchen. Open those cupboards and take stock of what you already have. This simple step can help you avoid buying duplicates and cut down on unnecessary spending. Next, let's talk about where you shop in the store. Have you ever ventured into the reduced section or the frozen foods aisle? You might be surprised at the savings you can find there. The reduced section often has items that are close to their sell-by date, but are still perfectly good to eat. And frozen foods? They're often just as nutritious as their fresh counterparts and can last much longer, helping you reduce waste and save money. Speaking of reducing waste, let's not forget about the power of freezing. Got leftovers? Don't throw them away. Freeze them for another meal. Bought too much of a good thing on sale? Freeze it for later. You'd be amazed at how much you can save by freezing food instead of letting it go to waste. And while we're on the subject of food, here's another tip. Make small changes to help your food last longer. For instance, did you know a simple kitchen roll can help absorb moisture in salad bags and keep your greens fresher for longer? Or that keeping fruit in the fridge can help it last longer too? Every little bit helps. And if you're a meat eater, consider seeking advice from your local butcher on how to stretch your meat budget. They're often a treasure trove of information and can offer valuable tips on cheaper cuts and how to make the most of them. But it's not just about food. Think about other areas where you can save. For example, when buying cleaning products, be mindful of gimmicks. Not every new and improved product is worth the extra cost. Sometimes the basic version does the job just as well. And finally, consider comparing prices online and planning your meals in advance. These two strategies can help you make more informed decisions about your spending and save money in the long run. Remember, every little bit helps. Small changes can lead to significant savings over time. That was a lot of information, so let's quickly recap. The cost of living crisis in the UK is a significant concern, with prices on everyday goods and services climbing higher and higher. This has led many to reconsider their spending habits, particularly when it comes to the weekly food shop. Many popular food brands have increased their prices more than their costs over the last 2 years. This has left a lot of us feeling the pinch, but there are ways to make the most of what we have and reduce waste, and subsequently, our spending. One of the key tips we've discussed is checking our cupboards before shopping. This simple step can help us avoid buying what we already have and ensure we're using up what's already there. Buying from the reduced section and frozen foods aisle is another way to stretch our budgets. These items are often just as good and can be a real money saver. Freezing food is another method to help reduce waste and save money. And small changes, like using kitchen roll to absorb moisture in salad bags and keeping fruit in the fridge, can make food last longer. These small steps can lead to big savings over time. Local butchers can be a great resource for advice on stretching your meat budget. And don't forget the power of the internet for comparing prices online and planning meals. Lastly, be mindful of gimmicks in cleaning products. Often, a cheaper alternative works just as well. Adopting these money-saving methods is more than just a response to the current crisis. It's about developing good habits that will benefit you and your family in the long run. Remember, It's not about deprivation. It's about making informed decisions to make the most of what you've got. Thank you for joining us today, and here's to saving, one penny at a time.